Okay, go
Hey,
ahead, Mikki.
thank you so much for having me. And thank you for having me. I have the honor of kicking off the new year. And that is why I thought today's topic would be appropriate for all of us that are building our business or are solopreneurs that are doing our best to be able to build our business. But my question to you is, what are you going to do differently this year that you didn't do last year? And I think what brought me to this was self-reflection, and I'm always trying to build and change and grow, not only with my business, but also as a person. And as you had heard in my bio, I am a football coach. And I find that everything I teach, not only on the field, but can be used off the field. And a lot of these things that we're going to go over today are kind of the same things that I used to incorporate when I am trying to help my guys get past obstacles, get out of their comfort zone, realize that just because what you're doing is enough, it's or saying it's good enough, it's not going to lead you to success. And that is why I think that if we apply some of these into our own lives and to our business, that's how we're going to grow. I am very excited because I have an opportunity to work with some incredible people. I'm very blessed a lot of times to be able to walk out on the field in places that a woman can't walk out on. And believe me, I have had to stay in my comfort zone many, many times, and I'll share some of those stories with you. So I'm going to share a little presentation with you, and yeah, we'll get started. So good enough holds us back from success. And I truly believe this because a lot of times we just kind of go through the day or we think we've accomplished something and it's good. I mean, you've got your list, you've got your things that you do, and you are ready to move forward. But when you really look back on that, did you really do what you needed to do? Did you put yourself one step above good enough? So the reason I bring this up is a lot of times I think we settle. Are you settling for good enough instead of striving for greatness? And a lot of times when I'm on the field, I look at my guys and I'll say, okay, yeah, this was a good practice. Or I look at people that I work with and I say, yeah, yes, you did really good. But did you really strive for greatness? Did you really push yourself a little bit more than just going, well, that's good enough and I'll deal with that tomorrow? Because when we go with good enough, we actually create barriers. And when we create those barriers, sometimes it becomes very comfortable and then it's hard to get past these. So we start to settle. We settle for things that we try to get done. We settle for, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. We start settling for, well, I did this and, I'll deal with the rest of it. Or it moves you forward just enough where you can be okay with it, but does it really help you excel? This limits your potential because you're so much more. You have so much more greatness within you. And when you settle and you go with good enough, you're really stifling yourself and your own potential. And it prevents your own growth, and that's what keeps us comfortable. Now, I always tell my guys, comfortable is a dangerous place to be because when you're comfortable, you're not going to keep striving. You're not going to keep working. You're not going to keep pushing yourself a little bit further. So being in your comfort zone can be detrimental to our success. Again, like I said, it's lack of growth and progress, and you're doing the things you're already good at. How many of you go to the same meetings, do the same thing every day? Maybe you've got a kind of a program that you do, and you say, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this. But when is the last time you went to go do something on your list and you pushed yourself a little bit further? When have you learned a new skill? Now, a lot of times we're growing and evolving, and no matter what your business is or what you're doing, you have to be able to learn a new skill to be able to bring you to the next step, to elevate you, not only in your business, but who you are as a person. And when you elevate the two of those together, it becomes a very dangerous combination, and that you have nowhere else to go but to succeed. Because you're going to be able to bring yourself to the next level instead of always knowing and doing the exact same thing. And what did Albert Einstein say? Doing the same thing over and over again is insanity. And that's why we don't get the same results, or we get the same results, but we don't push ourselves a little further. And you got to take risks. Risks, I know everybody they're scared to death of taking a risk. But let me tell you, taking a risk is probably one of the most powerful things you can do. And I'll share a little bit of that later on. You got to push your boundaries a little bit because, again, when we're comfortable and we're not pushing our boundaries, you're going to stay stagnant. You're not going to give yourself a chance to grow. And not only that, when you push your boundaries a little bit more, you're going to find things that maybe you would have never found, maybe never recognized, or had an opportunity to even just address and go, oh, I didn't think that. Or maybe discover something about yourself that goes, oh my gosh, I had no idea I could even do that, or that would help me, or that would bring me into another level of what I need to do. So you got to push your boundaries a little bit and then do something different. Do something different. How many of us do the exact same thing over and over again? I mean, I'm
Mm.
gonna be the first one to say I do it. Yeah.
Mm.
And it's like, and we do it because it's a routine. We do it because it's comfortable. We do it because that's what we know. And then we look back at the year and we go, oh my gosh, I really wanted to get to here, but I only got to here. And why was that? Because yeah, I maybe did a little bit, but I was comfortable here and I was too afraid because what happens if I win here and I failed? What happens if I win here and it didn't work out? And it's like, but you have to. You have to take those risks. So you're going to miss out on opportunities when you stay comfortable. You're going to, when you avoid risks, and you're going to miss out on things. For example, showing up in different places, maybe collaborating with something else. I think it was either here with GSFE, we talked about it, was in your networking. You got to think outside your comfort zone. You have to be able to network in places you wouldn't think you would be able to do. For example, I was teaching women's self-defense at the time. I met a gal who was doing jewelry. Her and I put together a program of women's self-defense and jewelry, and we titled it Jewelry and Jujitsu. And we had a blast. And we did women's self-defense, and then she did her jewelry and made people feel beautiful inside and out. Find something outside the box. You've got to look for these things. When good enough is doing the same thing and the same type of networking, you're never going to be able to push yourself past those limits. The next thing is fear of failure. When we're in our comfort zone, we become afraid. We're afraid of failing. We're afraid of what people might think. We think of, okay, what should I do? Or I can't do that, or I haven't done that, or it's something where I don't know how to do that. And one of the things I tell my guys when we lose, especially if we lose a game, I go, guys, there's not winning and losing, there's winning and learning. And what did we learn from this? How bad was it? I mean, what happened? What did we not do as a team? What did we not do as individuals? And let's take a look at this and just reassess and revisit what do we need to do? So it was my first year as a head coach, and you have mandatory meetings that you have to go to. And for those of you who've met me in person, I'm about 5 foot tall and I weigh maybe a buck 25. So I walk into this room. I have to go to this meeting because I'm now a head coach. And I walk into this room and it's 250 men that weigh at least over 250, 275. I mean, big, huge guys. Well, I couldn't sit in the back and be unobtrusive because I couldn't see. It's like so small. So I was like, oh God. So I remember standing in the back of the room. I had my clipboard and I'm like, I took a deep breath and I'm like, all right, Mick, you got this. You got this. And so I said, just go, just go. So as I go head towards the street, towards the front of the room. I could feel the eyes looking at me as I'm walking up there. I get to the front of the room. I look over. There's like maybe 2 seats left in the front row. Two great big guys, and come to find out they were NFL players, ex-NFL players that were now coaches. And I was like, "Is this seat taken?" They were like, "Uh, no, help yourself." So I sat down, but I could just feel it. I was so uncomfortable. I could feel I was sweating. I was terrified. I was thinking, oh my gosh. And then I thought, as I'm sitting there and I'm writing everything down, I looked down and I looked, and I'll tell you in a second, I looked down at my hand and I look up and down the rows. I'm like, I got something you guys don't have. I got a Super Bowl ring. I've won a championship, and a lot of you guys haven't. And then I turned around and I looked back in the room. Now, some did because they were NFL players and some had won that I knew. But I thought, why am I afraid to walk through here just because it's a bunch of guys and they've played football? I led a team to play football. I led a team to a championship. I led a team of 17 guys when everybody else had 30 and 40 win a championship. And I could feel just the confidence build inside me because I was like, what was I afraid of? Why was I afraid to step out of that comfort zone? And you've got to learn how to dig down deep and go, what I've got is priceless. What I've got to share, nobody else has. The gifts I have for that I can bring to the table to everybody else that you're doing in your business is something no one else has. No one says it is you, no one does it like you, and no one can offer it like you. So never be afraid to step out of your comfort zone because you're going to offer something that someone needs. And you can never say the wrong thing to the right people. And when you bring that to the table, you are going to just excel way farther than you ever anticipated. So we have to look at being resistant to change. A lot of times we don't want to step out and do different things that we're not comfortable with, such as now using AI, getting on different social medias, doing other things that we have to change our strategy. Uh, and I'm going to ask, so Susie, I'm going to ask you, your business is LifeWave, right? So give me a strategy. Just give me a strategy that you use that you feel as though can maybe launch it to the next level.
Well, if I'm in a group of people, I do what's called the muscle test. I have them put their arm out and resist me, and I push their hand down, you know, and then I put the energy patches on the floor in the wrong position, which is counterclockwise to their body's energy flow, and their hand drops like immediately. And so now they're intrigued because they've actually seen something that I'm doing, which has to connect with the energy level of our body and how it works efficiently and how it works inefficiently. Then I do the energy test with them holding their cell phone. And of course, their arm drops like a hot potato. So now I've proven that what's inside that little patch is indeed doing something to the body.
So your strategy is you get them to see firsthand how they benefit from what you're doing. So, and you
Yes,
you have that personal touch. You have something that you kind of identify with them and bring to them so they can recognize
right.
that with themselves. That's very powerful, and that's a really good strategy. But take that and then look at it and say, okay, so that's what I do for one thing, and then try to build a little bit more to bring it up a little, something else because that's so powerful. And I know I'm familiar with your company, and you've got so many things that you can be able to bring that's going to build that strategy. But that's a very powerful thing what you have to offer. When I say changing strategies, I may be doing something different that you haven't done in regards to maybe your marketing. Maybe also like Susie's doing, she works with people one-on-one. If you're not identifying with people and having them understand and feel exactly what your product does for them, then that's where you have to relook at your strategy. Susie gives something where they feel it, they've empowered it, they've understood it, they got it. And for you, whatever company you have or whatever business you're in, feeling is such an important element when it comes to this. And the reason I say this is because when we do good enough, it's like we're doing what's good enough for us, but are we really doing what's best for everybody else to understand our business? Are we bringing that? Are we actually opening up this huge area where we can allow others to receive that information? Because it also, like the next line, it narrows our perspective and our ambition because we got one thing that we're focused on, and then we forget there's so many more things that we can grow to be able to make our livelihood and our business and us as individuals a much bigger picture. What feels comfortable now may eventually become outdated and irrelevant. I learned very quickly in the marketing world when I was doing marketing, and I'm going to show my age here. It was yellow books and magazines and newspaper ads. I worked for GT MobileNet that net is now Verizon. I was head of their marketing, and we used to do a lot of advertising in the newspaper. And when I worked for United Studios, we advertised. We paid $10,000 a month to be in the yellow pages. those things don't even exist anymore. I look at my son, I go, do you even know what the yellow pages are? He goes, I have no idea. How many, nobody knows. You have to be able to grow with the times, and you have to be able to say, okay, what do I need to help me evolve? Now with social media and AI and getting out there and talking, and sometimes you got to step back a little bit and go, okay, what do I need to do to evolve my business a little bit more to bring me to that next level? So these are just little things that you can look at that can help you along the way. This is one of my favorite things. Everything you want, your goals, your dreams, and your potential is just outside your comfort zone. And if we look at our comfort zone, here we are. And I say your world, this is my world too, because I do the exact same thing. This is what I get comfortable with. And then again, like I did with the football, it's like I was affected by others' opinions. Like, what are they going to think of me? I was afraid to do it. And I'll tell you, it was really difficult a lot of times, not only on the football field, but also as a female martial artist. I dealt with a lot of men. I've been a female in a man's world for a very long time. But my passion and my want and my desire to do what I do far outweighed what I thought they thought of me. And I dealt with a lot of stuff, and I dealt with a lot of things, emotionally, and things that were said to me. And I had to put a brick wall against my emotions to not allow them penetrate that so I can do what I love. And that's one of the most important things I think I discovered about myself. And I wanted to share that with you because when you put up that emotional brick wall that no one else can penetrate, you can do anything because it doesn't matter anymore. Because you're going to go laser forward with what you want to do because nothing anybody can say to you is going to keep you from doing it. And with that being said, you stopped finding excuses why you can't do it. Because when these people are saying stuff and you get past that, or you get past this, these don't matter anymore because you don't need the excuses. You'll find they don't even exist. And your lack of confidence shoots straight through the roof. I mean, your confidence shoots straight through the roof because you drop that lack of confidence. So the next thing, so where's the next level of this right here? So when we deal with challenges and problems, this here is our unlimited potential area, these lines here. Because when you start tapping into your unlimited potential, it's within your learning zone and your growth zone. You're never going to find that in good enough here. You're not going to find because good enough here is going to keep you here and here. But this is where is uncharted waters. This is where a lot of us don't go. But you have to believe in yourself. You have unlimited potential. Again, whatever you do and whoever you are and whatever you're offering, only you can do that. And that's the superpower that you have. That's your strength. So your learning zone is dealing with the challenges and problems. Maybe some of you are like, well, I'm not familiar with social media, or I don't know how to write a book, or I don't know how to take my business to the next level. Go surround yourself, find people. That's what GSFE is all about. That's what all the networking groups are about. Start collaborating with other people that can bring you to that next level, that next challenge, that next step. If it's a challenge for you, if it's a problem, reach out and learn. I don't have the luxury as a female coach not to know what I'm doing. I'm constantly learning. I cannot tell you how much film I watch, how many NFL guys I talk to. If somebody's talking football, I'm like there. I ask questions. Never be afraid to ask questions. That is the most powerful thing you can do. That's how you're going to learn. My grandmother used to say, there are no stupid questions. And I truly, truly believe that because you are learning, you always learn. And that's how we grow and learn as people. When you think you know everything, and believe me, I've dealt with a lot of coaches that think they do, that's the demise of their success. That's the demise of their career because you can never stop learning. That's how you grow. Acquire new skills. Do something different. Challenge yourself, step outside that comfort zone and figure out what do I need to do? What's a new skill? What's something that I can learn along the way that's going to help me to the next level? Maybe you don't know how to do marketing, or maybe you don't understand AI. Go online, take a classes. There's an abundance of classes. I mean, and I'm sure somebody within your networking knows how to do it. If not, just reach out and ask, and someone will be out there to be able to help you learn that. Um, and you have to extend past that comfort zone. I call it stretching. Stretch past your comfort zone. And then when you get here, you're going to find your purpose. You're going to live out your dreams. You're going to set new goals. You're going to keep going further and further and further. And that's when you're here with your business, and maybe you got here next year, bring yourself here. I'm going to take myself right off the screen. Take yourself yourself to the next level, because this is how you are going to excel as a person. And again, good enough is never going to be here. So now that we've said that, you're like, okay, well, how do I get past, how do I do this? What are the steps? What do we need? So when you want to push past good enough, you want to have a growth mindset. And you're going to have to be resilient. Again, stepping out of your comfort zone, not being afraid to do things, and just going, I always say, suck it up, buttercup, to my guys when they're like, oh, your coach, I don't think I can do it. Well, why not? Tell me why you can't do it. And it's like, well, I don't know how. Well, then I can teach you, or I'm not fast enough. Well, let's get you faster. Well, I'm not strong enough. Well, let's get you stronger. There is no excuse or obstacle that you can't get over. My dad used to say, you're either going to get around it, you're going to get over it, you're going to blow right through it. And that's exactly what you have to do. And you have to be resilient doing it. Put on your emotional shoulder pads and helmet. I think that's going to get you through what you need. you know, Constantly strive for your continuous improvement. You are an amazing person, an amazing individual. Keep growing, keep improving not only yourself, because when you improve yourself, your business is always going to receive that growth also, and embrace new challenges. Overcome the good enough mentality. Every time you find yourself, and everything I say to you guys is the same things I have to do for myself. Is when I do something that's good enough, and I'm like, it really, Mick, is it? Is it really good enough? Did you really put any more effort into it? Can you put more effort into it? What's one more step I could take that could get me to be better than good enough? Track your progress. See where you are. Say, okay, in 30 days, I want to be here. And every time you go to do something, go, well, okay, can I do it one more step? Can I contact somebody to put me somewhere better than where I am? Look for feedback. I'm always asking for feedback. I ask for feedback as a speaker, as a coach, in anything that I do, because I want to constantly bring something better and more powerful. And when I get the feedback that says, wow, I really like this, but I wish you would have talked about that, or maybe this would be better, or maybe this. Feedback is one of the most powerful things you can have. It's going to help you excel because it's going to open up doors, or maybe have you realize something you didn't see. Because I'm like, wow, I didn't think about that. Or maybe I didn't understand that, or maybe I wasn't clear on what I said. So maybe I need to slow down a little bit and bring more to the table that is more understanding. So embrace that feedback. It's never criticism. It's a way to be able to help you. Build a support team. First day of my new tongue, sorry. Build a support team. And this is going to help you with the people that you are going to bring around you. If you have anybody that is telling you you can't do it, it's not good enough, and no one's going to say it's not good enough, they're just not going to tell you, or they're telling you you can't do it. These are the people that you need to take in small doses or kind of set aside. And you've got to be able to open up yourself and receive the people that are willing to support you and help you. And even if it's just one small thing, that one small step is going to help launch you into the next big thing. Uh, Break out of your comfort zone. Like I said, stretch your goals, challenge yourself, take small steps. Maybe it's just one thing every day that you want to do that's going to help you move forward in what you want. And then reach higher levels for your success and realize your full potential. So make a commitment to strive for greatness in 2025. I mean, that should be your go-to every single day. Make a commitment to yourself, make a commitment to your business, make a commitment to be better, make a commitment to be outside your comfort zone, make that commitment to do better than good enough. So this is how you can reach me. I am Coach Mikki. I have got a podcast that I do. I have got a YouTube channel. You can hear more about what I talk about, and if you want some other inspiration. And I welcome you if you'd like to reach out to me and call me or email me and discuss anything, or if I can help you in any way, shape, or form with your business, I would really like to be able to make that offer to you. My ask is that if you please be so kind to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have got it's just Fourth and One Mindset. You can go to YouTube, and this helps me as a speaker, but this is also going to help other people be able to reach their goals too. So Thank you very much. I would like to stop sharing my screen, and I got a few minutes, and I would like to take any questions or have anybody offer anything that maybe they would like to do to help each other that we have on the call. Susie?
Well, I think that was fantastic, Mikki. Thank you so much. I have one question and then I just have a comment. How did you get into the field of being a football coach?
So, my dad, he ended up being my stepdad at age 7, and him and I sat down together to watch a New York Giants game. And I have been a New York Giants fan since I was 7. And the first time I ever saw it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I want to do that." And I remember being 7. And then, during that time frame, girls didn't play football. So as I went along, I still stayed with it. I followed it and everything else. And then when my son wanted to play football. I became a team mom and then just built myself up as a team mom. And now I coach kids all the way up to college level. And yeah, just learned it and did. And I've even had a couple of girls. I actually broke a glass ceiling. I've had two females on my football teams. I brought them in as kickers, and I got them on as registered them as breaking a glass ceiling and making history at 2 different high schools as kickers.
Thank you. And I just wanted to add one thing to the thing about what you don't know. You start out with, I don't know what I don't know. So you're kind of like completely under a mushroom. You're just like putting one foot in front of the other and just randomly living. Then you can end up with, I know what I needed to know.
I love it. That's awesome. Anybody else want to share anything or have a question?
Yeah, Mikki, first of all, thank you so much. You were phenomenal. It's such great advice. I really appreciate it, and important reminders too.
Mhm.
I'm just curious, like what was the most exciting thing you've ever done that you're most proud of?
Besides my kids?
Yeah, okay. In addition to your kids.
Yeah. The most exciting thing I've ever done, my son was actually on the team. It was my 17 guys, and it was a very hard season. And another time, another place, and you'll hear it in my podcast. The things I went through, the things that they went through, that they were put through when we played against teams. And I said to my guys, I said, "What do you guys want?" And they said, "We want to go all the way." I said, "It's not going to be easy. This is going to be one of the hardest things we've ever done. You guys are both playing both sides. We're going to have to deal with injuries. We're going to have to deal with people saying stuff. It's not going to be easy." And they were so determined. We practiced under lights from headlights from our cars because we couldn't be on a field we didn't have any headlights to practice on. We had times where we practiced in the rain. We had times where we couldn't even do certain things because other teams didn't like me because I was a female coach, and they still went forward. When those guys won that Super Bowl, it wasn't, I'm getting choked up. It wasn't that game. It was everything they wanted. It was everything they worked for. And I was so, so proud of them. So proud of them. That was probably my best thing ever.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. Also, you mentioned that your contact was in the chat. I don't quite see it. I don't know, maybe I missed it, but not
Oh,
seeing it. And somebody else asked for your YouTube channel, just so you know.
oh, okay. Yeah, I'll grab it here again.
Okay. And I
Awesome.
know, so Dr. Madeline Plate, you have questions?
I do. Mikki, thank you so much. It's so interesting. The last couple of days, I've been talking to Robbie, and one of the things that she's putting together information about GSFE, and what I think makes GSFE so special is exactly this, that you have the ability to bring your strength and your courage that you have lived out in your life and share it with everyone, which makes us all, you're running ahead. And so it makes us all want to do that, to be better and to excel. And I really appreciate the topic that you just went over. It's just perfect for the first of the year. But I have a question for you. You have that beautiful slide that has, come out of your come through your fear comfort zone into that green zone. And I love the fact that it's green and not very many people end up there. Are you willing to share that?
Sure,
I would
absolutely.
love to
Just, you know
use
what?
that.
I'll put my email in here. Email me and I'll send it to you.
Perfect. It's just beautiful. But I just love your courage and your tenacity to stand alone among the oversized, strong men. So that's great. I know. I have a friend a female lady who is the only female African winemaker in Southern California, and she goes into a room and it's like that. And they did a documentary on her PBS on who is the real winemaker because it was like disbelief. So this is a little bit of disbelief what you've done, but congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
Welcome.
you.
Thank you so much. And I know that some of you may have more questions, and Mikki is going to stay after the meeting. And then for you guys also to stay, ask questions to her, and then also networking more. And so thank you. And just want to share too, like when Mikki said that, something that really, perk up in my mind is that I don't know if you know that I was not born here. I came from Indonesia, which is the third world country, and my parents sent me here, and I couldn't speak English. Well, that I could go to college. But my parents sent me here and said, you have to learn English so you can go to college. And so every day, instead of all the kids playing and watching TV, I went to take the English course every day for 2-3 hours every day. But not only that, what Mikki was saying is that reaching for more, I want to have a scholarship. I want to get a scholarship. And even the nuns and some of the teachers says, you want a scholarship and you barely get a C average GPA. And I said, well, I prove it to you that I deserve to get, I can get a scholarship. So it took me 6 months and I applied for that scholarship, which is the foreign student scholarship, as has nothing to do for it's more for academic. It's not for financial. And because I applied for that scholarship, I got the scholarship. And I was so curious to see why did I get that? You question yourself, even though you push yourself. And you know what? The person who actually gave me the scholarship, I want to talk to him. So I was able to interview him and ask him the questions. And he said, boy, you really have the courage to do that. I was determined. I wanted to know. And you know what he said? It has nothing to do with your GPA. It's something to do with your perseverance, your determination that you deserve to get the scholarship. And so to me, after that, I learned not to be afraid to ask questions. Like Mikki said, to ask for more than what people think you're capable of.
Mhm.
And I live by that philosophy all my life. So with Mikki telling us today, that is something that encouraged me to do more and more, because if somebody else tell you you're not good enough or whatever it is, don't listen to those people. Listen to somebody that push you out of the boundary.
Mhm.
Thank you. And so now we're going to have everybody, our photographer, Joan, is going to take a pictures of us. And then after that, we get a chance to introduce ourselves. Okay, go ahead. Joan, you want to take a pictures?
Yes. Is everybody on screen? Is everyone looking lovely?
Yes.
Nice smiles. Great. Okay, and one more. There's one other person that's behind. Okay, well, can't see you, but okay, we're going to take the picture. One more. Great. Okay, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So now we have one in our meeting, something that we are going to practice. And I know some of you are much better than I am, and some of us are still learning, including me, is that to introduce ourselves in 60 seconds, but yet people want to talk to us just because we only spend 60 seconds to introduce ourselves. And to do that better and better, we have to keep practicing. And in this meeting, I time people for 60 seconds, but we don't judge. Okay? We don't judge, because the more you do it, guess what? The better we are, right, Mikki? Just like you said, push yourself So try to do this 60-second. And how am I going to do this? And I'm going to put the timer, okay? So that you have 60 seconds, which is only 1 minute. And I'm gonna start. I know, Mikki, I'm gonna do that. Sorry to put you on the spot. Okay. So you're gonna start, even though we introduce yourself. So everybody get a chance to do the elevator speech, we call it 60 second. Okay. And start with you, Coach Mikki. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Coach Mikki St. Germain. I am an international speaker. I am also a football coach. I also have a social media platform called Keep On Sharing. I'm the founder and CEO. This is a place where everyone can actually list their businesses, events, and services for free. Again, this was another thing that I put together because I want to see people excel, and I thought this was a need for that. I am about collaborating and bringing people together. I would also like to be able to help you with your business. As I said, I do have a podcast, so if there's anything I can do to help you in regards to your business, if you'd like to be a guest in my podcast, if there's anything I can do to help you with your marketing, if you would like to reach out to me for anything, please feel free to. I'm available and approachable. And I look forward to each and every one of you excelling in 2025. Go thrive. Go thrive.
So great, thank you. So now, if you notice that it's the I do that, and if you look at the timer, that's how we do this. Okay. So in case if you don't see it, I'm still practicing this, I know, and but I like to provide you with a tool so then we can do this better. Okay, let's see here how I do this. Okay. Okay. So 1 minute, 60 seconds. Okay, so you can see it on the screen. So then for you to see it, what 60 seconds? So you notice that with Coach Mikki, she's able to do that under 60 seconds, but still, good information for us to know. So the next person I'm gonna have, I'm seated on the order what I seen you. Okay, Dr. Lori Davis, go ahead.
I'm Dr. Laurie Davis here in Alberta, Canada. I'm the CEO and founder of Self-Worth, the Missing Link. We have in the past 32 years created, backed with hard copy curriculum, over 1,000 workshops to support people with their learning, their healing, their personal and professional development.
Thank you. Okay, so next is Kay Sheffield. Kay.
Hi, I'm Kate Sheffield, and I'm from Southern California. I'm glad to be here with all of you and hear so much good information from Coach Mikki and between all of our sharings. I'm first a speech pathologist, and secondly, I love to help people with whatever they're doing, especially in the wellness area. As much has been more of my focus in life, and just being with my family and friends and good friends. If I can be of any help, my phone number is in the chat, and I'd love to be able to help you. And just wishing all of you a great and wonderful 2025. I think it's going to be a very thriving year. 2025, to thrive is great for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next is Susie. Susie Merswick.
Okay. Hello, ladies. I'm Dr. Susie Mearswick. I'm a career educator, been in education for 26 years. I'm also a best-selling author and speaker. And my passion now is, since the last 15 years, has been helping people elevate their life to the best possible health and wellness ever with stem cell regeneration technology that helps you feel fantastic at whatever age. So if you know somebody that wants to elevate their health and get rid of whatever concerns them, reach out to me and I can Zoom all over the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And next is, let's see here, Holly. Go ahead, Holly. Oh, you muted.
I think I did it twice and muted myself. So I'm Holly Porter, and I'm the founder and CEO of Retreat R&R, and I'm a passionate advocate for creating transformative retreat experiences. For over 25 years, I've seen how retreats can impact our lives, and so I'm thrilled to talk about our concierge service. Whether you're a seasoned retreat leader or hosting your first retreat event, our concierge team is here to make the process seamless. We'll help you find the perfect venue, coordinate logistics, and provide tailored support to ensure every detail aligns with your vision. At Retreat R&R, we believe in turning your retreat ideas into a reality by giving the freedom to focus on what truly matters, creating meaningful connections and unforgettable experiences. So let's work together and retreat forward. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, the next one I seen here is Evelyn Gray. Evelyn, unmute yourself.
Happy New Year, everyone. Organizing is what you do before you do something. So when you do it, it's not all mixed up. Just ask Winnie the Pooh. My name is Evelyn Gray of Organizing for Success in California. I'm a productivity and stress management coach, consultant, speaker, and best-selling author. I make organizing fun until it's done by turning your piles into smiles through my Steps to Success coaching program tailored to fit your lifestyle. I'll teach you how to have a neat mess so you have less mess and stress so you have more success. So remember, if you can't find it in 30 seconds, it's in the wrong place.
Thank you. And next is Dr. Madeline Plate.
Hey, ladies, thank you for having me on today, Angeline. So, Dr. Madeline Plate, Southern California. Many of you I've met in person. So I am a financial coach. I've been coaching for over 42 years, working with really families and teaching them the rules of how to win the money game. And I say the word win because people are losing today. It is a greater challenge today in order to put together a sustainable program. So I build teams. We're working throughout the United States. I oversee those teams. And we offer a literal financial GPS that tells you where you are, where you need to go, and how you're going to get there. And so it's so reassuring that you know that you're in the right lane. And we do that consultation for free. So that's who I am.
Thank you. So next is Verlaine Crawford, Dr. Verlaine Crawford.
Hello, thank you. I am Verlaine and I live in San Gabriel, which is next to Pasadena. I'm an author of 6 books and have been speaking around the world. I've had over 50 years as a marketing executive, including being the first woman, female executive of a high-tech company in Silicon Valley, and then a second one. And I opened up to other dimensions in 1987. Up to that time, I'd been using my psychic ability in my work because I was able to see and experience what is the best method of moving forward for companies. And as I opened up, I was also able to do mediumship. And I haven't really talked about that before, but I'd love to help people with the questions that perhaps aren't answerable in your own mind right now or in your own heart. And if I can be of any help to you, I'd love that. So thank you. Have a happy New Year.
Thank you. And next is Carol Leach. Carol?
Yeah, hi, I'm Carol Leach. My company is the Legacy Factory. Jill Lublin, who's here today, told me that my motto should be to make a difference, have a legacy before you die. So right now I'm working on giving you a legacy of peace to leave to future generations. I have a workshop coming up on the 11th Saturday from 10 to 12 Pacific time. You can find the details and the registration at womenspeacecampaign.com. I've just come from a meeting of another national campaign, and campaigns is what I like doing. So we'll do a national public influencing campaign for your legacy of peace.
Thank
and
you.
Lori is the MC, and Madeline is a speaker already on tape.
Thank you. And yeah, please put that in the chat, Carol, about the event and how we can register. Thank you. And next is Catherine Zacharias. Catherine?
Thank you, Angeline. Nice to see you again. Thank you for having me today, and Happy New Year to all of you. I am Catherine Zacharias. I'm CEO of KSWZ Insurance Services. I've been in the financial and insurances business for over 32 years. I'm in the middle of open enrollment right now with health insurance, as you can imagine, counting down the days. But my passion is to end human trafficking. As some of you know, I was a UN delegate this last year, and I'll be going back again this year for that. And my birthday is National End Human Trafficking Day. So I ask that you all wear blue, please, on January 11th. That's what I ask every year, to wear blue for Blue Day to end trafficking. And it's also Living Benefits Awareness Month this month. So if you are not aware of living benefits, please reach out to me. I'm happy to send you a free book, because I love educating people on life insurance that you don't have to die to use. Thank you.
Thank you. And next is Pat Alva Cracker.
Hello, everyone. My passion is moving women forward, and I do that in two ways. I support women who are in the real estate industry, who are looking to buy real estate, flip it, and sell it. I provide the funds to do the remodeling. I'm also a mentor. I mentor women over 45 who want to sustain longevity, vitality, and relevance in their life and their careers. I'm a speaker. I'm an author. My best-selling book is Catherine's Quest, One Woman's Journey to Elation. And I am also an artist. I do clay artist, and I combine my art and moving women forward through transformational classes and retreats.
Thank you. And next is our photographer, Joan.
Hello, I am Joan Rutter Ward. I am located in Southern California and all over the world. I am a filmmaker, professional photographer, and a television producer. And do you know that within you, no matter what age, stage you are in life, there is more in you to discover of yourself. And so what I do, I am, one thing I'm as a creative restoration coach. I help people bring out the creativity that's with the creative genius, because when you were 5 years old, you were a creative genius. They have proven this. And somehow we just don't use all of our creativity as we get older. So that's what I do, is help you delve more into your creativity, because it helps you with your problem solving skills, helps you with even just feeling better about yourself. And ta-da! And anyway, also, it's good for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. And next is Jill Lublin. Jill. Unmute yourself. Okay.
Hey everyone, Happy New Year, first of all, and so excited to rock our visibility for 2025, because that's what I want to support you with, is really getting out there using publicity, and that's my jam, and I'm sticking to it, maybe some peanut butter too. And then also, so I run a Media Mastery Intensive. I put some information in the chat, and I also am a international speaker, as well as running a conscious kindness circle, and would love all of you to come and network in kindness with us. We do it every month in highly interactive sessions, and come join us. It's also up in the chat. And just saying, it's really time for recreation and recreation, and really looking at what's important. So I wish all of you the best, and really the fulfillment of all of your intentions.
Thank you. Thank you, Jill.
You bet.
And next is Jennifer Blake.
Hey, can you see me? My camera went off, so I think it's back on now, hopefully. I first want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I'm so excited to be here and see everybody on the second day of January. I am in San Diego, California, and the co-director in Oceanside. And my ask is, besides having a wonderful, make every day wonderful this year, make it the best day ever. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. I love all that you do, all your passions. I feel like my passions are aligned with yours as well. I'm a health and happiness ambassador, do everything from fitness to fashion. Try to help us internally and externally, locally and globally, from your mind to your heart. I do yoga and fitness and you name it, I do it. And excited to see what this year is going to bring. And hopefully, I will see you all in person soon. Our next meeting is January 20th in Oceanside, California. And we're excited to have Ambassador Dr. Madeline Plate as our speaker. So hopefully, you guys can all come and join us. It'll be on the 20th of January. So I'm excited to be here, see all of you, and wish you a happy new year.
Thank you. And next, last but not least, is Evic De Castro. Evic, can you show yourself, or Evic, are you there? Unmute yourself.
Angeline, she put in the chat that she has laryngitis and she can't. doesn't have
Okay,
voice.
sorry. Yeah,
Okay, that's right.
Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm trying to do two things. Yes, thank you. So did I get everybody? Okay, great. So the next one that I'm going to do, okay, this is going to be fun because if you remember what Coach Mikki talking about, what learning something out of our comfort zone. So for 10 minutes, I'm going to give you 10 minutes. The two of you going to connect and in the breakout rooms, okay? The two of you, and just share with your partner what you're gonna do this year to get out of your comfort zone, just to be outside good enough. So what you're gonna do to challenge yourself for 2025, what just Coach Mikki said, and just share with your partner. And then after that, put that in the chat, okay? Because we will not have time to eat, but put it in the chat what what you're gonna do. But share with your partner at the breakout room. And I'm very generous. I'm giving each one of you 5 minutes. So 10 minutes, you're gonna share with your partner what you're going to do for 2025 to get out of your comfort zone. Okay. So I'm gonna do this and stop